from the moment that you arrive at that establishment, there is a common thread of experience or of the values of that particular brand that extend through every touch point. And that doesn't happen very often. You tend to see a lot of inconsistencies in a lot of the customer journeys or customer experiences at the wine estates, because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work to make sure that every moment of truth, every touch point is as good as the next. You know, from that moment that you potentially phone to book that tasting experience, or even if the first point of contact is the arrival, is that, you know, how well are you recognized? How well are you acknowledged when you enter that space? How are you made to feel when you enter that area? How effective is the questioning that goes around understanding who you are, what type of drinker or what type of wine enthusiast you might be or your group might be, and then how is that experience adapted to your personal preferences? You know, there's a lot of cookie cutter approach where there's a sort of a one size fits all. You find that tasting hosts or tasting advisors are saying very similar things about the wine regardless of who's in front of them, because it's the easiest thing to do. Whereas, you know, if there's effective questioning that happens before the time, if there's a conversation that is happening, and therefore that the experience is taking on its own identity as a result of that conversation, you're finding a far greater connection to that brand from the customer or guest perspective. So it's really about human dynamics. It's about that human behavior component where the staff realize that there is not one definition of a great experience for every customer. It's about using your skill set. It's about using your understanding, your ability to anticipate certain requirements, seeing things repeat themselves in terms of similar types of guests and customers that help us to preempt needs, to preempt certain questions or requirements. And that's really where the magic happens, is that, you know, you get that sense that tasting host almost understands you before you've divulged the information. Those are the types of experiences where you leave and you tell pretty much everyone you can, because it's way beyond what happens in the bottle. It's about that connection that you've almost garnered on an emotional level with that brand. Yes, the wine obviously has to make sense. The wine has to taste fantastic, and you know that has to resonate with you. But the real difference there comes in that out of bottle experience, that you embrace the story of the brand, you embrace the way that the brand has evolved over time and the reasons for that evolving, and how the staff are able to tell that story that resonates with you. Not just the fact that it feels like they've told that story, 40 times prior to you arriving on that particular day, but that it feels like they're telling that story for the very first time. And that for us is the absolute hallmark of a great cellar door experience.